Hey everybody, my name is Cheryl Sleboda. I'm from muppin.com, and today we're going to be showing you some needle threading tips. So my way of doing a needle threading is I do it a totally different way, and I think that if you try this, you too can be called the needle whisperer. I have 3 different threads here in 3 different thicknesses. You have a 50 weight here, a 12 weight here, and this is conductive thread. And when I teach my light up textiles classes, most people take a look at that big thick thread and think it will never ever go through the machine or through your needle. So instead of using a needle threader, how I thread a needle, so what I do is I move the thread until you can barely see it between my fingers. So you can, I'm using a dark thread here so you can barely see that. And what I'm going to do is put my needle onto the thread, and there you go. It's just that easy. So here we go, back in focus. All right, let's try that with the 12 weight with this same needle. We've got that tiny little eye there. You can see it, very tiny little eye. And we're just going to go to the 12 weight, and we're going to make sure that all the threads are laying in the same direction. So you may need to pinch it a little bit, just like that. Barely see it, put the needle onto the thread. Now once you get the little hairs sticking out, all you need to do is just grab a hold of them, and look at that. It's threaded. Now let's go ahead and try this with the conductive thread, even though I'm going to use that in that tiny little needle. So even though all these threads are sort of cattywampus, we're gonna get it so that you can barely see the edges poking out between my fingers, and put the needle onto the thread. And look at that, got another one, and it is just that easy. You can thread any kind of needle with any kind of thread, thick stuff, thin stuff, doesn't matter. Now you can also do this with machine needles. And there's just a little simple trick to it. Here I've got your standard machine needle. The only trick you need to do is, before you have finished all your threads, before you have finished all of your threading, and you do the same thing, you barely have it peeking out between your fingers right there, you're going to want to make sure that your needle is facing right side down or top side down. Because when you put this through the machine, it's going to be right side up. So now I've gone ahead, whoop, there we go, got it through the machine, and now I just take the needle with the threaded thread and put that right into my machine, and we're good to go. So you can try this with either one, hand needles or machine needles, and I hope you give it a try. This was part of the Back to School blog hop hosted by Sam Hunter of Hunter's Design Studio. So please go to my website at www.muppin.com and take a look at all of the other tutorials in this particular blog hop. We'd love to have you visit us. So thanks, and have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.